93 pounds down with Zepbound full day of eating. We actually have 3 days of Zepbound eating today. I've got so many delicious goodies to hopefully give you guys some ideas that have worked really well for me on my Zepbound weight loss journey. After 21 months, I think I've got the system down and I've been able to do non-scale victories like riding a horse, riding roller coasters, and doing really cool stuff as a result of my Zepbound weight loss and with today's full day of eating. It starts off with coffee because coffee's life queen and king. I had a half decaf coffee, half full caffeinated coffee, and I was forgetting my cream. I was so tired this morning. Can you relate? I had on day 3 of having my shot, so I don't have that bound fatigue like I normally do. I've just been working really hard. So, and working out really, really hard. That coffee tasted so good. I was off to go get my second mammogram. If you saw that previous video, my mammogram came back from the second round one that I have to go back in 6 months, but I didn't even have to have a biopsy for my mammogram. Super excited. I love health victories. I went to go home and I wanted to get some collagen. I've been doing this new thing that I've been loving. It's collagen plus unsweet iced tea together and a peach collagen. It is so good, friends. It's like this whole like southern tea, but not because it only has like 36 calories. And the unsweet tea that I use has no calories. It's just straight up like unsweet tea. And so getting that collagen in there, I've been really focusing on my protein because my workouts have kicked up. I've been doing a lot of strength training, Pilates. I never thought I'd do Pilates. I started off with wall Pilates and now it evolves to me. I have personal private Pilates sessions. It's so amazing. I'm like, who is this woman who's lost 93 pounds? But make sure you get all of your collagen blended in. Get one of those little mixy mixers because it makes bits. Otherwise, you can't just mix it with a spoon. If someone else has a better technique, tell me. But using that little frother thing was super helpful. And with these cups, you can make them so they don't spill, which, hello, I'm flipping it upside down. And if you have kids, this is the greatest cup. I love it. Okay, my new favorite thing is 99% fat-free ground turkey breast because it's only 120 calories for 23 grams of protein. It is so good. It has saved me. I'm so full after having 4 ounces. Again, who is this woman? And it tastes so good because you could put taco seasoning, you could do Greek seasoning, you could do a lot of different things with that ground taco meat. But today I got a new crock pot I'm actually testing to make some ground chili. It's ground turkey chili, but a super healthy chili that I can make in the crock pot, but it's pumpkin chili. Okay, there's my ground turkey that's cooking. There's my pumpkin that I'm going to put in there. I wanted to have some extra fiber because fiber is important if you've got Zepbound constipation or Tirzepatide constipation. And those beans, honey, will help you as well. I just dumped in a thing of tomato sauce, and then I actually ended up doing another jar of that later on. 2 cans of beans, 1 can was kidney beans, 1 can was pinto beans, and then a little bit more tomato sauce on top with a whole bunch of spices on there. I put it on high for 3 hours because your girl wanted some lunch. And of course, Mr. Freddy was looking for my leftovers. I used a 70-calorie tortilla roll, some pineapple salsa to make a wrap out of it. I was so full after this, and the calories on it were ridiculously low. It was like 250 calories for that whole thing, and I was so full. I went to go walk Mr. Freddy to get 2 mile walking, and it started to rain. We are literally getting poured on. I don't know if you can tell. I am wet, 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 wet from walking, but hey, I just got these from Costco. They're pumpkin yogurts, or Greek yogurt. So it had 300 calories, but I didn't eat all that topping. That topping was like straight sugar. It was 15 grams of protein. Again, high protein focus for my Zepbound weight loss. I'm trying to get 125 grams of protein in today. I did not eat that top, so the calories probably were like 200 calories for 15 grams of protein. It was a fun treat to try. And at night, we went out for pho. We went to Northern Virginia. We went over the mountain because we certainly don't in rural Virginia have good pho. And for appetizer, I had a spring roll and one of their like coconut shrimp. And then we got the pho. It was so good. Hands down, the best pho I've ever had. Fresh basil, fresh lime, fresh sprouts, and then the broth, not bone broth, but the broth that I got was chicken broth. The Duke got chicken broth, and the Count ended up getting beef broth. And then I had a Diet Coke and a Pellegrino. It was amazing. I was such a happy clam. This broth was exceptional. Look at all those fresh, I mean, it was fresh herbs in there. It was so good. I highly recommend pho. And I had the ground turkey, or it was turkey that's in there. That's my protein. So focusing again on high protein. I definitely could not eat this. There was so much left over afterwards. And then we took the rest home for leftovers the next day. It was raining that day. It was the perfect dinner. And pho is spelled Pho. It's Vietnamese. It's exceptional. If you happen to have a good pho restaurant near you, get some. It's amazing because you can get really good protein and the broth of it. It's super filling. And we put a little hoisin sauce in there too, but you can put like spicy if you want. You can make it spicy or not make it spicy. We really enjoyed this meal, and you can use chopsticks, spoons. And my little boy was excited because it is acceptable to slurp your soup. And so my manners on him, I'm like, you have full range. I'm not going to get upset with you for slurping your soup. And that was my leftovers. That's Zepbound weight loss right there. So it's day 2 of Zepbound, full day of eating. I had some coffee, and I got my Territory box in. I am so excited. Territory Foods is exceptional, and I just got my order coming in, and which means I don't have to cook for the next few days, and I'm really happy about that. We are in our soup era, honey. I ended up ordering extra on top of my order, some of their soups. They've got a great chowder, a gazpacho, bone broth, and for my little boy's lunch, I actually made him the Mongolian style Territory Foods. It is so good. This one is only 389 calories, 28 grams of protein, and it's fresh. It's got broccoli and cauliflower on there. I chose the low carb one for the Duke's lunch, and then I just popped that in a bowl, like in his little lunch box for him. It's the easiest meal if you're going out of the house or in the house. So for my lunch, I ended up having the pork egg roll in a bowl from Territory. Now, I love Territory Foods because reimagine modern eating. Literally, you can have personalization with these. I chose the low carb, but you can do paleo, plant-based, keto-friendly, Whole30, performance nutrition, gluten-free, dairy-free, refined sugar, no refined sugar. All the meals have no gluten, dairy, or refined sugar, and they don't have highly processed oils in there. I am obsessed with them. Look at Mr. Freddy side eye. Did you see Mr. Freddy side eye as I walked by with my pork egg roll bowl? The meat in there is also responsibly sourced and nutritionally valuable ingredients, and local chefs prepare these to keep them fresh. And I love this because you can pick for your lifestyle. The accountant and I were doing rock, paper, scissors, or shoot who got the egg roll in a bowl. It's a 10 out of 10. The Moroccan style is a 9 out of 10. I highly recommend it as well. They have the turkey meatballs with roasted vegetables. The count chose not to do that one. He got something else, but you can use the discount code QUEEN25 at checkout to get an extra $25 off your first order of 6 meals or more. The count did end up getting the chicken dish. It is exceptional. The menu is amazing. It's delivered on Sundays and Wednesdays. They are fresh. They're not frozen. The sodium content in it is perfection. It is the perfect size meals. I highly recommend. Run down to the description to go ahead and see the full link too. I ordered some pumpkin pie protein, and I wanted to make my profi with it, and I used some decaf espresso. That was delicious. So for dinner, I did end up using the Moroccan style turkey meatballs with the roasted vegetables, only 409 calories, 20 plus grams of protein. It was either 23 or 28 grams of protein. Look at the bowl. Bowl is huge. That is a Zepbound dinner. Like, that is exceptional. And then I got these new cups for my water. So I ended up refilling my water cup, and Mr. Freddy's staring at me because I wanted to wash my nugget ice trays. And all of my tumblers, because I'm revamping and making a water station and a protein station. This is the before. It's junky and clunky because all of my protein was everywhere, and I wanted to organize, and the Duke's like homework station. So I wanted to clean it and get all of my like electrolytes organized and all of my protein organized. And I even found one of my kids' Nerf gun bullets. Isn't that the case with 9-year-old boys? In the back of that thing. So I gave it a good wipe down, and this was the after for my protein station and my water station. I highly recommend, if you have a ton of protein bags, organize your protein stuff. We did this before we went to a concert. We ended up going to Casting Crowns for the concert that night. It was so
sound is empty, drink, got lost in the line, but it was up to me to make it.
That concert was so fun, and I ended up seeing some fellow countesses there, and I took the Duke. It was so much fun. I never would have done that before Zepbound weight loss. Came home and decided to have a collagen unsweet iced tea. It is delicious. This one is the sour watermelon. The other one I had before was peach. It's so good. It's so simple to make these, and for 36 calories and the collagen that comes in it, yes, I'll take it. And it was nice at nighttime because it was at this point late. And so I was having caffeine, which I don't normally have. I felt like such a rebel. But it was delicious. I love those. They're like easy, quick drinks to take, and then I can put them in my tumbler. I have become bougie of where I now have 3 tumblers in a day. One is for my Profi, my protein coffee. One is for my collagen, and one is for my water. Are you guys? Tell me in the comments. Are you guys like me? Same in that sense that we've now bougified of having 40-ounce tumblers, 3 of them. Like, just give me a cart for my tumblers to carry all of my water. This is the third full day of eating Zepbound weight loss. And I ended up having an espresso in the morning, and I also had a clear protein drink, 20 grams of protein, only 90 calories. I am recently loving clear protein drinks so much because they're easy, they're cans. For Zepbound lunch, I ended up making a huge wok full of vegetables. I'm trying to clear out our freezer and prep for the upcoming holiday season to get stuff for the holiday season there. So I made some steaks. I made some, because this was supposed to be for like a full meal and a half. It was not. It was disgusting. My family threw it away after I ate it. It doesn't look bad on the plate, but when I tasted it, I don't know what I did wrong, friends. It was gross. So I went back over to my territory bowls and I got another pork egg roll in a bowl. It was so good. My husband's like, let's eat the territory food. I'm like, I know, let's throw away. And I felt so bad throwing away steak. Like that made my heart go pitter patter. That was for lunch. For dinner, ended up Zepbound dinner, ended up making, I wanted to make some chicken parm, but high protein chicken parm. It was 40 grams of protein with this. I used the Just Bare lightly breaded chicken tendies, a little bit of Rayo sauce, just a half a cup in there, and then a container of cottage cheese. You guys have probably seen this all over the internet, but I love this. I air fried the chicken tendies. And then I ended up, there's the cottage cheese that I use. It's the good cottage cheese. Ended up measuring out my portion with my scale because I just wanted to make sure I'm really trying to monitor my portions because I get confused sometimes. And I used my little kitchen shears to cut them into bites to be dainty. I'm trying to be a dainty lady. Of course, Mr. Freddie was there to try to eat my leftover nubbins. And then I also did have some leftover pepperoni from my protein pizzas that I made in my last step on what I eat in a day. And I ended up putting those in there too. So after the chicken tendies were cooked, put the cottage cheese in a low, shallow bowl because you can broil this if you want, or you can microwave it. Mix the cauliflower together with the chicken tendies, with the tomato sauce on there. You can also add some garlic powder or onion powder if you wish, or some Italian seasoning. I didn't add any seasonings in there because that sauce, man, that Rayo sauce is so good. It's so good. And I did end up using the leftover chili on this originally from my slow cooker chili, so everything got used. But I cut up my little pepperonis on there so they're bite size. And then I just microwave this because I already cooked in the air fryer the chicken tenders. So it was perfection. And I put a little bit of cheese on top too. So it was bite size portions. It was ooey gooey. I was so full after this. Over 40 grams of protein. And I just used that was how much cheese I used. I did not want that much cheese because everything else in there was amazing. I highly recommend this. It's quick, it's easy. You can get it in if you just want something very simple. So it's a really, really easy bowl to have. It was very liquidy though, just FYI. And Mr. Freddy's waiting for me to drop something. See those eyeballs? He's like, "You're gonna drop something, aren't you? Give me some." Make sure for this video you use the discount code Queen 25 to get $25 off your first order of 6 meals or more. And our emoji of the day today is going to be an egg. An egg is going to be our emoji of the day. That tells me that you made it this far in the video. I'll pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, I'll uplift you in positive thought. And I want to know your accountability question of what are you doing today to move you closer to your goals. Love ya. See you tomorrow.